right here. She's at midcourt. And then Paula Blart Mall Cop. What are you doing? Well, I mean, what you doing? She got a leg brace on. I know who she is. I know how popular she is. Let me come out here and get in Sophie Cunningham's face. Let me see if I can make myself a star. Look at this police officer sauntering up. What the bleep are you doing? What? She knew exactly. She thought, I got an opportunity.
Sophie Cunningham just helped the Fever pull off one of the biggest playoff wins of the year, but instead of celebrating, she found herself in the middle of a bizarre sideline clash. A fan, mocked as Paula Blart Mall Cop, stepped right into her space while she stood there, in a leg brace, at midcourt. Why was Cunningham, one of the league's most searched names, forced into this mess instead of soaking in the victory?
This is beyond anything I thought could happen. What was this fat-ass rent-a-cop gonna do? God, that's funny. Honestly, she literally walked out there and just stood there, and here comes Paula Blart, played by Wheezy, Mall Cop, and getting in Sophie's face. Her being weird towards the security officer as if she's entitled to do what she wants told me exactly what I needed to know about her. Did it? Did it tell you all you needed to know about her?
And more importantly, what does this say about how players are treated? Let's break down what really went down that night. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine this, the Fever had just punched their ticket, the crowd was electric, and players came pouring onto the court to surround Odyssey Sims after that frightening fall. The focus should have been on whether she was okay and on the wild celebration that comes with advancing in the postseason. Most of the Fever's roster rushed to her side to check on her, but Sophie Cunningham wasn't sprinting anywhere.
The situation on Caitlin Clark from Angel Reese a couple of years ago, right? Last year, actually. So that happened, come crashing to the floor.
I do not think
okay.
That's going to be upgraded.
Right there, come crashing to the floor hard. Kind of got a little partial clothesline situation. It looked a little bit like, all right, she's the hottest woman in this league, and they're mad they can't be her. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Odyssey Sims, right here last night, boom, come crashing to the floor.
She had her leg wrapped in a brace, moving slower than anyone else, keeping her distance, standing near midcourt. What happened next is what turned this feel-good moment into something that still has people arguing online. While Sims was being checked out, and teammates huddled around her, attention suddenly shifted because of one person who wasn't even part of the Fever. Out of nowhere, a figure that fans online quickly nicknamed Paula Blart Mall Cop pushed into the spotlight. This wasn't a coach, it wasn't a trainer, not even arena staff positioned where they belonged. It looked like a random mix of fan and self-appointed enforcer stepping way too far into the player's space. Instead of celebrating with her team or focusing on Sims' condition, Cunningham found herself as the unexpected target. Now picture this, Cunningham keeps her ground, doesn't move forward toward Sims, doesn't break any sideline rules, doesn't even have the ability to run because of that brace. Despite all that, she became the one being confronted. Standing still, not engaging, yet somehow in the middle of a face-off she never asked for. The crowd noise dipped for a moment because everyone was confused, unsure what they were seeing. It was awkward, it was aggressive, and it happened right when all the cameras were rolling.
Sophie Cunningham is so annoying. Why are you at a half court like you're tough or something? Hashtag dream on. Well, hashtag y'all dreaming.
And I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
Freaking awesome. She don't give a F.
That tiny clip ended up blasting across social media within minutes of the buzzer sounding. Instead of people reposting highlights of the Fever's ball movement, their defense, or Sim's resilience, it was this angled shot of Cunningham with Paula Blart Mall Cop right in her path. The freeze frames lined up on Twitter, TikTok edits popped up with goofy captions, and suddenly the conversation flipped. The incident overshadowed the actual victory, which tells you how quickly a playoff story can be hijacked. Experts in sports management have pointed out why these sideline boundaries exist. The basic rule is simple: keep fans and non-staff away from players, especially in those high-intensity moments. The reason is not just about safety from physical harm, it's about professional respect. A star athlete shouldn't have to guard themselves from random people barging in during a post-game moment, injured or not. And here, Cunningham was a perfect example of why leagues enforce those invisible lines, because once someone crosses into that space, things escalate instantly. You'd think after a huge win the headlines would focus on the Fever's momentum. Instead, by the next morning most discussion had veered toward screenshots and memes of that sideline confrontation. The playoff run could have been framed as a comeback roster proving doubters wrong, but the main trending topic was Cunningham standing there with someone toe-to-toe with her. For Sophie, who's already polarizing because of her fiery style of play, it became another storyline attached to her name rather than the team. And here's the wild part: it didn't end when security separated them. The real clash began online. Fans who already disliked Cunningham amplified the clip, twisting it to fit whatever narrative they wanted. Supporters defended her, pointing out she literally couldn't run to the bench even if she wanted. Haters took the opportunity to turn this odd confrontation into a reason to hurl every insult imaginable. What started as a strange in-person encounter spilled into a wave of commentary that had nothing to do with the Fever's success. What stood out most though, Cunningham didn't panic. She stayed calm, unmoved, and let the attention wash over her. That quiet resilience, standing there steady despite being injured and blindsided, became part of the story too. But as the clip spread wider, it was clear that this was only stage one of the backlash. What played out on the hardwood was strange enough, but the reaction afterward was about to get much uglier once the internet joined in. That moment with Sophie showed this isn't just about one awkward scene. It's about how easy it is for players to lose both safety and dignity when boundaries aren't respected, especially for stars the cameras never leave alone. Fans love the energy of sports, but that doesn't excuse pushing too far, whether it's in the arena or behind a screen. Respect matters just as much as the box score. If the league wants the WNBA to grow, it has to address these confrontations quickly, and fans need to ask themselves how they're adding to the culture around the game.